presented in its content. The information presented is to encourage discussion on the financial performance of the State House Museum and its ability to continue its service provided to people for many years. Before we get started, I would like to recognize those in attendance: Ms. Grant, Senate Clerk of the House Senate, as well as Scribe Board Member Michelle Haas, and other staff members of the House Senate. As many of you know, as many of you in the room know, Capital Square Review Advisory Board has a specific mission in which it is to facilitate the operation of state government, preserve the historic integrity of the State House, while educating visitors about the history of Ohio's civics. The Board's mission statement is only made into reality by its leadership and support of the Ohio General Assembly, willingness to preserve the historic piece of Ohio history. The agenda outlined in this presentation is designed to analyze the financial performance of the museum shop and its ability to remain viable in the coming years. We will focus on several key components of the financial structure and its ability to manage revenue and expenditure. The State House Museum shop sells wines, retail products, and other commodity items that provide service to the people of Ohio and others nationwide. This presentation provides an overview of its financial performance. Unless marked by confidential, all information has been made public. Capital Square Review and Advisory Board is funded through 3 revenue streams. General Revenue Fund, which is 44% of its overall budget, $3.8 million. The Dedicated Purpose Fund makes up 47% of this budget, $4.1 million. And the Internal Service Activity Fund, which is 9%, $800,000, totaling $8.8 million in appropriations. For this presentation, we will focus our attention on the Internal Service Activity Fund. The Internal Activity Fund has 2 internal funding sources: special events and State House Museum shops. Both operate independently. Special events, which encompasses security, tours, capital labor, fees, weddings, and catering, and miscellaneous. The museum shop generates its revenue through store sales. For the purpose of this performance analysis, we will note that special events has performed exceptionally, producing positive net income annually. Therefore, we will concentrate our analysis on the State House Museum shop and highlight some key performance challenges that influence this sector of the Internal Service Fund. I think the thing to point out here in the highlights is that the store sales for 2017 was $308,000. Total revenue equals the same, and $308,659. Its expenditures exceeded its revenues in 2017, leaving a debt of $84,154. In 2018, we had somewhat similar results of $273,668, with the overall expenditures being $381, leaving a debt of $107,484. My only concerns with, and I think I shared this with Ms. Haas, is that special events is doing so great, and it's actually covering, have enough to cover the losses for the museum shop. My concern was that at one point in our economic fluctuations, we're going to have a downturn. And when that downturn occurs, that money that was able to be retrieved from special events is no longer going to be there, and then it's just going to put a greater burden on Capital Square Review Board, Advisory Board. Another way of looking at it is that in 2017, you can see the chart there, great on the revenue, but we look at the expenditure side, the second chart over, the expenditures are just out producing, you know, the revenue. So we'll leave a total net income of at $84,154, same for 2018. And it's just a breakdown of what some of the payrolls are going to be for the liabilities. For 2017, payroll itself was $205,000. 2008 was $208. Goods, 148. 2018 was 127. Supplies, roughly almost 40,000, and in 2018, 44. Recommendations. Skip the chart, but recommendations. I was at sit down with Ms. Haas, and we would come up with a couple of recommendations. One is to perform a performance-based budget analysis of the State House gift shop operation to determine its efficiency and effectiveness. 2, develop a business plan that identifies the visitor's demographic, that utilize the complex and identify what products would better perform in meeting the needs of the people who attend the State House. 3, develop a marketing strategy to increase online and in-house sales. Set short and long-term goals and develop a strategy on how to get there. 5, requests from the General Assembly that a portion of its expenses be subsidized. And 6, partnership with outside business that share an interest in the success of the museum shop. Thank you for attending. Yes, any questions? Okay. And also, at your leisure, I did print out the citizens report, and you can look at it at your time there.
Thank you very much.
That's it in my presentation. Thank you.
Very good.